midfield player to be able to feature in such a high-level match. So without that extra risk, you really have much more freedom. Although Laufu immediately seems to be having Messi on his side of the field.
Yeah, I mean, there are character. Sometimes you are a loyalist. If you love the player, you'd still play him no matter what. As we see, it's already Laufu, however, who starts with the attack here. So let's see if he manages to find the opening to create something here with R9. There with the upright immediately. First action we've seen today between these two, and immediately the upright is hit from Birkirkara FC. How close can it get?
An excellent opportunity for Birkirkara, crafted out of nothing, and that proves how good R9 is. I mean, this guy's a monster.
We've seen R9 today, incredible, finding the net so many times, but wow, great start for Laufu.
As we can now see the counter-attack from Santa Lucia. R9 in the box, good block and clears the box, but CR7 in possession of the ball for Santa Lucia, trying to wriggle in between the defenders, but great defense from Laufu, and he manages to get the ball out for a counter-attack of his own here.
Yeah, let's see if he manages to create something though, but it does seem to be more patient with the ball. Of course, that's what you have to do when you have Chris as an opponent. He is so strong, Chris Meister. He represented Malta abroad, did so well as well in the E-Club World Cup. So, yeah, he is a tough opponent, of course.
We are seeing a lot of offside trap being spammed from Chris Meister when he is not in possession. That pushes up the defense, so he can try to win possession faster. So that increases pressure for Laufu, who really needs to make something of the ball when he has possession.
Of course, it is sometimes risky because you might actually not get the offside to work in your favor. But of course, we see players using it so much. And now it is Santa Lucia FC actually with the ball. R9 once again has the ball. Back to Hullet, back to Pele. What will Chris Meister do here? Kante with the ball. Oh, but look at Laufu's defense. So good. Oh, he does find an opening with CR7. But Laufu once again manages to stop the advance of Santa Lucia FC.
And immediately, Chris is spamming offside trap, and the defense is on the halfway line. So that really prevents Laufu from making any strides forward. Although we are seeing Laufu managing to push back Santa Lucia's defense now. So it's quite good play from Laufu. Quite some good patience there. We'll have to see patience from these players.
And even if you look at the passing, it's short pass. Laufu, he doesn't want to give away the possession. He occasionally, of course, tries to find the true ball there. He needs to create the chance, of course. But I'm seeing a very, very strong and confident Laufu today.
Chris is trying to make some attacks now with Hullet on the ball, trying to attack. Kante is coming to get the ball now.
We just have actually an interesting score that just came in. It's Hamrun Spartans already opening the score against Slema. So great start for Brancha here. So, he wants to assert his, of course, dominance in this E-Premier League. Branch, of course, needs the points to get closer, ever so close to Santa Lucia FC.
If the fixtures remain like this, the distance will be diminished by 1 point. He will still be 3 points behind, as Chris will gain 1 point now from this 0-0 draw at the moment, but Brancha will decrease the gap at the top. So it's quite a boost to confidence, the fact that you know that you are doing something right. As once again, Laufu strips the ball from Chris, as Chris probably is now feeling the pressure a little bit, seeing that Hamroun is now in the lead.
Oh, Laufu somehow manages to get his feet in there and get the ball, but Santa Lucia, we've seen it multiple times where Chris Meister's defense is so on point, right, at the exact perfect moment, that it's so difficult to find an opportunity or an open space to actually score against this guy. And now it's Santa Lucia with the attack from the right flank, actually, with a good ball to the middle. Let's see if he can do something with Hullet here. He has a very strong shot as well. Pelé with the ball. It's nice to see Pelé in action. Back to Kante. Will he go for the shot?
As we see Virgil van Dijk on the floor, could have taken a chance there, hits the post. It's 1-1 and counts for the post now. And what a shot for R9 once again, but very unlucky for Chris.
And I think it was R9, right, who got hit the post for Birkirkara FC. So this player is really working hard today. If you've seen the possession, it's Santa Lucia having like 58% or 57%, I believe. So of course, Chris Meister is maintaining control as much as possible of the ball. Still, both sides have yet to make their possession count. It's still 0-0.
But very, very cagey affair. Laufu is really playing defensively and he's playing good. He's playing patiently, passing the ball between his players and waiting for that little bit of space to free up. So that's the way he needs to play. I believe he played very, very similarly in match day 2, which is when he saw him shine. So I really hope he keeps this up.
In the meantime, another small update. Hamroun Spartans extend their lead over Sliema. It is 2-0 now for Hamroun, so Brancha's looking really good today. So I really can't wait to see more of Brancha, actually. And today we will be seeing him.
As a good run from Pelé on this left-hand side for Chris. Pelé trying to find the ball in the middle. Pelé and Hullet exchanging the ball. Ball now with Cruyff. 96 prime moment, Cruyff. But good tackle from De Ligt there for Laufu. And just like that, it's half-time and it's 0-0. We've seen 2 posts, but not really 2 great chances. It's just that R9 manages to make everything work.
Yeah, I mean, Santa Lucia still maintaining a bit more dominance, if I could say the word, because we are seeing an impressive Laufu, of course. However, Santa Lucia is creating a few more chances. However, of course, they have not yet managed to result in anything. It is still 0-0. And personally, I feel that it is not a bad result for Laufu. He is playing against one of the top players in Malta, after all.
Most definitely. He'd probably be happy with a draw, although knowing him, he'd definitely go for a win here.
Yeah, he is representing Birkirkara FC. He loves the club. His father was a director, actually, at Birkirkara Football Club. And, of course, he immediately, when he passed through the E-Premier League qualifiers, he immediately went for Birkirkara as his chosen club.
As we can maybe see if the momentum from last Sunday's amazing win against Valletta, as we see a good through ball releasing Mbappe on this right-hand side, trying to get rid of Van Dijk. Special ball with Messi. What a save from Alisson.
What a big chance that was for Birkirkara to find the first goal of this match. I'm quite amazed that Chris actually left so much space in the middle there.
And brilliant passing there from Birkirkara. Unfortunately, Messi, on his strong foot, couldn't really finish. What a massive save from Alisson. Could have saved maybe the league for Chris, as since Hamroun is now in the lead and Chris is now still tied at 0-0, that could have been him going under.
I believe we will be seeing a swap here. Yes, Messi is coming in for Pelé. I believe it is Birkirkara FC and Santa Lucia actually will make a substitution. But let's see. I mean, I'm sure Chris Meister wants to get the points here. He doesn't want to drop from the performance that he showed us last week. It was such an incredible performance. He wants to start with a bang here, knowing that Hamroun Spartans are so close to catching up.
And he even beat Hamroun Spartans twice last week, so it's quite something to see him not being able to exert his dominance on someone else.
So, will he do something here? Will he create the chance? Of course, Laufu's defense has been very, very solid up till now. Let's see what he does with R9. He is, I feel, a bit under pressure here. He needs to find the opening, which is very, very difficult here. Hullet, we never see really shots from Hullet, actually, from outside the box. He has such a strong, powerful shot, but it's not really used.
Once again, Laufu's defense very, very good there, managing to strip possession once again. And now he's playing the ball between his players, trying to find that space. So that's quite excellent from Laufu.
In the meantime, Hamru Spartans are still leading 2-0 against Slema Wanderers, whilst I believe Sirens and Gzir are still at 0-0. So quite a tight encounter
Chance
there.
for R9. Ronaldo trying to wriggle off the defenders. Ball rebound to Messi. What a sliding tackle from De Ligt.
That was just incredibly done by Chris. Just managed to save the ball. That was the best chance you'd ever see in any match. I would have sworn that would have gone in.
And we're seeing Laufu frustrated, rightly so. What a chance, what a double chance for him. R9 couldn't manage to finish it off, but Messi had an open goal. But oh my God, De Ligt was of vital importance for Chris Meister there. Look at this sliding tackle there.
Yeah, just the knee there. That was some form of stroke of luck as well. I could feel like Chris Meister having the time slowed down around him there at that moment. Incredible save. Just in the nick of time there, De Ligt.
As you see, corner not being played short this time. Virgil van Dijk with the header. I believe it was going out this time, but Carlos Alberto still keeping it in play. As Birkirkara very expertly recycling the ball here, passing it at the back, not giving away possession cheaply with maybe a rushed shot.
Look at those stats, over 60% possession for Birkirkara and 4 shots to nothing for Birkirkara as well. So Birkirkara has started with such a great confidence here in the second half. This is incredible stuff from Laufu.
The only chance that Chris has had is probably that post with R9, which wasn't really a good chance as well. It was a good shot from R9, but Birkirkara is really holding him off very, very nicely today.
And that's why he must ensure that his defense remains on point. He doesn't want to go 1-0 down after a good performance. And look at that. It's 2-on-2 here with Mbappe. Will he cross to the other side? Will find the shot. He tries to go forward, but loses the ball. Unfortunate for him. Another good chance for Laufu and Birkirkara FC.
Excellent challenge from De Ligt and Chris Meister, stepping inside and taking possession from the onrushing Mbappe. And now he has maybe a chance to try to counter here. As a ball now with Messi in the box. Messi trying to set himself on his stronger left foot, being hassled by De Ligt. What a back heel and what a shot from R9, but good block. But I believe it hits CR7, unfortunately.
As we say that, we just have another goal from Brancha and Hamru Spartans. A 67th minute goal just over the keeper, apparently, when Brancha extended the lead 3-0 for his side. This is incredible, though, because Santa Lucia are still 0-0. As you said, the score, right, the gap is ever so tight now between these two.
As we see a couple of risky passes here for Birkirkara, but they still managed to keep possession. Ball with R9, but the offside trap works for Chris Meister here.
There's where you see why players use the offside trap. It might be a risk, of course, especially if you don't know how to work with it. But Chris Meister, of course, here using it to perfection, and it did work for him. Just as we're waiting for the players to get back in, Hamrun Spartans extend the lead from a penalty kick. It is 4-0 for Hamrun against Slema Wanderers. This is just one-sided action from Branch and incredible from his end.
So you could almost say that the first fixture will definitely go to Hamrun now, as Birkirkara are doing their best to win this fixture. So could we see an upset here? Maybe Hamrun will regain the top spot by the end of the day, as ball with R9 inside the box. Good drag back. Resists the challenge from De Ligt, who unbalances R9 there. Very unfortunate for Chris Meister. They're losing possession of the ball in such a good position.
That strong Dutch player there at the back. But apparently it's Brancha's brother was inspired by him because Gżira United have now gone in the lead actually against Sirens. It is 1-0 for Gżira United. So a lot of goals coming in quick succession.
No goals here, but the action has been non-stop nonetheless. As ball now with R9 and Messi duetting outside the box. Ball with R9, who chooses to play it back to Hullet. Maybe he can try to conjure up something, maybe even a long shot. Ball now with Messi in the box. Excellent tackle once again from De Ligt. The Dutch Juventus defender has been doing bits for him today. Oh my God, what a throw ball! It's 2-0. R9.
Oh my God! I can't believe he just missed that. We just saw you'd never find a better chance before, right? I think this was the best chance.
He rushed his shot. Oh my God. I mean, it was an open goal, but still he rushed his shot. You can't afford to do that, especially so late in the game.
And as that shot is missed, we see Slema Wanderers getting a consolation goal. So it is 4-1 in that encounter between Hamrun Spartans and Slema. So at least it is Alessio who actually finds the net. But wow, how close can it be? And will it end in a 0-0?
Shall we see a sting in the tail of this match? As Chris is now in position, he will probably have the final chance of the game. Risky passing there. Maradona loses possession once again. Ball with CR7. R9 1-on-1. Oh my God, and it's finished. And Laufo, oh my God.
I can't believe he just conceded when he played so well up until that final second of the match. Look at the time, the kickoff, and it's over. Unbelievable, Laufo. It's a pity, it's unfortunate when you see a player playing so well and just losing it at the end.
That's just devastating for Laufo. I mean, I really don't blame him. We can see him on camera. Oh my God, I'm really lost for words. I mean, he was 2 against nothing, just the keeper to beat. A simple pass through the middle. We can see the action. What a through ball here. Look at the through ball from Conte. Maradona squaring it to R9. How did it not hit the back of the net here?
As we have the final scores coming in, it's full time for Hamrun and Sleeman, their first round. It is 4-1 for Hamrun Spartans, so great showing there for Branch. I'm sure it would have been so upset that Laufo just conceded at the very last second of the match. It would have been so I'm lost for words. I can't believe that he just lost the points there.
It is quite heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking for us. We've seen such an amazing performance from Laufo. He was on top almost the whole of the match. He defended brilliantly. He attacked quite well, even though he didn't manage to find that goal, even though, oh man, to concede just like that.
Yeah, and in the second half, Laufo had the better stats. He got that brilliant chance there at the very, I mean, 2-on-1 against the keeper. And you miss it, he must be kicking himself after that.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, it hurts. It hurts us, let alone him. We saw him disappointed there.
Yeah, as we have actually another score coming in. Gżira United are 2-0 up now, so against Sirens. So very well done from the Gallia brothers now. Both Brandon and Sean have been performing very well today. And we'll be seeing both of them later on stream against, of course, other tough opponents. So everything can change. The table can easily change just like that. As we are waiting for the second round now, how would this affect you if you were Laufo? I mean, morale-wise, and what will you do now going into the second match?
Well, Laufo did seem a little bit flustered, even after he missed that chance. As we have seen him, he lost possession of the ball once, managed to win the ball back, but with 1 minute left to go, he just squandered it, tried a very risky pass with Maradona, and gave ball back to Chris, who made 3 passes, ball with R9 in the box, and that's it, 1-0. And yeah, he played so patiently throughout the whole of the match, 91 minutes of patience just to throw it away like that.
That's why we say football match is still the very end, and you see it even in real football, right? I mean, how many times a team concedes in the final moments of a game? Sometimes you see even teams scoring 2 or 3 goals in the additional time. So, I mean, you have to keep up your focus till the very, very last second, till the final whistle. Unfortunately, Laufu lost it at the very end, and it really, really cost him.
I believe that missed goal there. That's 2-1 nothing. 2-1 the keeper chance there.
Yes.
Really messed with his psyche there. So let's see if he manages to regain his composure heading into the second round of this fixture between Santa Lucia and Birkirkara.
So now this means actually that Santa Lucia have a great unbeaten record, and I think is it what 5 or 6 games straight winning? I mean,
It's 7 for sure.
7, right?
Since he won 6 matches
Before.
straight last week.
now it's 7. You're right, actually. So it's incredible from Chris Meister here. He's such on form. And hey, 1-0, 3-0, 5-0. It's still a victory, right? It's still 3 points, and that's what counts.
Considering that Chris is undefeated and he's only drawn the first 2 matches of his campaign, he's won 11 games straight. As this is his 14th match.
You're actually right. He started with the draws, right, against
Exactly.
Turbulence, and then he just kept on winning. What an incredible showing from Chris. I mean, that's why everyone mentioned that he would be probably the one that at least tops the table.
He is the absolute favorite, and we are seeing already Chris on the charge here in the yellow and the blue strip. Cruyff, ball to R9 in the box, ball now with Kante. Kante trying to find someone else, but good defending from Eusebio here. I don't think he played in the last match for Laufu, did he?
I don't believe so. No. So here we see Laufu doing, making some changes because, of course, he does want to create another chance for himself, a better opportunity perhaps. However, he did play well up until the final moment. So
He played better, most definitely. He was dominating the game, so let's see if he can maybe manage to dominate this game and actually find the win here.
yeah, that's what he needs to do. Sort of find the goal. It's useless attacking so much and then not scoring.
This ball now with Pele for Santa Lucia, heading into this box. Oh, good interception from Kante. Could this be the start of an attack for Birkirkara? Good through ball to Mbappe. Mbappe hassled by Virgil van Dijk. Sliding tackle, but Mbappe retains possession down this right-hand side. Ball now with Carlos Alberto and Kante trying to maybe find a way through the middle. Although Chris is now spamming that offside trap. Look at the defense going up, and Birkirkara having to retreat as a good ball to Messi that rushed past there. Virgil van Dijk just receives the ball comfortably, but massive pressure from Santa Lucia exerted on the attack there.
Offside trap is working really well actually for Santa Lucia, as we see him pausing the game or going for a pause. He is on the offense once again now, so he is creating something for himself. A good chance actually at Johan Cruyff. Will he go for the shot? He does. Is it offside?
Yes, I
think
believe
it
he
was,
is.
yes.
I believe it was offside. But a good finish nonetheless there for Santa Lucia.
Okay, so let's see what Santa Lucia changes here. He does pause the game, Chris Meister. Not sure it's for any particular reason with regards to substitutions. What a chance that was, but Pele was definitely offside there. And so Birkirkara with the ball. In the meantime, Cyrene Zangzira and Hamroun and Slema are still 0-0 in their second round. Of course, we saw both Hamroun and Gzira winning their respective matches in the first round. So their opponents, of course, need to up their game if they want to get on the scoreboard.
As Santa Lucia once again, ball with R9 in the box. R9! Mayor post finish! 1-0 Santa Lucia, and just like that, all the good work for Birkirkara once again wasted.
And we saw how difficult it is to penetrate the defense of Chris Meister and Santa Lucia. So what will Laufu do now since he's 1 goal behind?
Now the ball will definitely be in Chris's favor. The game will definitely be in his favor. I mean, he's 1-0 up. He's faced Laufu's defense and didn't manage to break it in the first game, but since now he is in the lead, he can sit back, expect that attack from Laufu and catch him on the counter attack.
And that seems that it is still Santa Lucia that has the say on what happens in this game. In fact, it is Santa Lucia with the ball so close for a second goal! And there it is with Pelé. This time he is not offside, and Pelé with his left foot, beautiful placing of the goal, of the shot. And that's it, 2-0, just like that.
Excellent finish from Pelé there, although I think we are seeing quite the offside tactic from Chris Meister being spammed here, but there doesn't seem to be an answer from Laufu. He could maybe try to go with a ball over the top as the defense is pushed so high. No one will definitely catch up to the likes of Mbappe or R9, but Laufu isn't even trying it, although a very good through ball there down the middle. Pelé could square it off to R9 in the box, chooses not to. Pelé is still in possession of the ball on this touchway line. Ball with Johan Cruyff, 5-star weak foot, doesn't go for a shot, and good clearance from De Ligt.
But it does seem that Birkirkara are in so much trouble right now. Everything seems to be dictated by Chris Meister and Santa Lucia.
Yeah, and Laufu's fading. Laufu's fading fast here. Really needs to find something here, as the pressure from Santa Lucia is quite huge at the moment.
I mean, a big chance now for Birkirkara. Will they find at least a goal for their side? R9 with the ball, but they do lose it, unfortunately. And Eusebius, I believe, either caught on offside. But it's a very, very unfortunate. And that was perhaps the only chance that Birkirkara has had so far in this match.
Once again, Santa Lucia trying to make their way forward. Ball with CR7 down this right-hand side. Couple of drag backs, but Robertson, very good tackle there from Laufu. Going more towards the middle now as we see Mbappe alone on this right-hand side, and he is passed the ball to, but unfortunately loses possession. Still manages to get a throw in here.
Yeah, of course, Laufu is trying to make something count here. Just at the final moments of the first half are approaching, but of course, we saw in the previous match that Laufu played so well in the second half. Perhaps he can up his level, up his game, once this first half whistle goes off.
In the previous match, though, he wasn't losing. That's the problem. Now he's 2 goals behind, so he really needs to up the pressure. The last game, he could control the match and pass the ball as much as he wanted, as he was still 0-0. As a good tackle from Virgil van Dijk prevents any further damage, although he is quite risky with the ball, manages to clear it safely to Robertson, and just like that, the first half is over. 2-0 for Chris Meister. I think it's quite a good lead now.
Yes, a good lead for Chris, and now extending also his lead over Brancha, who's in second place, as I believe it's still goalless. Hamroun versus Slema, as is Gzira versus Cyrene. So a bit of a tight affair between those two. But over here, in this case, as we were saying, Chris Meister has the upper hand, and he is dominating in this match.
And he is exerting huge pressure on Laufu. Even when Santa Lucia has the ball, he is exerting pressure on his defense. But when Santa Lucia is defending and Laufu is attacking, Santa Lucia, with those huge offside trap spamming, he is making huge pressure on the attacker. And I would be even lost about what to do there, let alone Laufu here. And just like that, he loses possession. He's trying to play these quick passes, but the defense from Santa Lucia is very strong.
Of course, Laufu is more desperate now. He needs to score, of course, and he needs to score too. How difficult is that, especially against Chris Meister? And we saw in his stats, Chris has not conceded many goals this league so far.
And Laufu didn't even have a shot in this game, in this second round match.
Yeah, so Santa Lucia, of course, made it a point that he'll be putting as much pressure as possible, and we might actually see a third goal here for Santa Lucia. Pelé back to Cruyff. Will he go for the shot? He does, and Cruyff scores a great move there with the drag back as well to find the opening and the perfect space, and it's 3-0. Laufu needs to score 3 to get just 1 point.
What a beautiful body fender from Johan Cruyff. 96 moment Cruyff. I mean, and the finish was amazing as well. So very, very well played from Chris here.
Yeah, I mean, now it's everything is slipping away from Laufu. I don't see him coming back in, especially when you see Chris playing with such a form. I mean, he's dominating, really dominating the match.
And more trouble for Laufu is that I don't think Chris has conceded 3 goals in the same match. So that is quite a big feat for Laufu if he were to manage to accomplish it. As now Cruyff, once again with the ball, goes for a shot. Good block from Laufu's defense there, although he is risking a bit playing in behind. R9 steals the ball. R9 once again with the ball, plays it to Pele. Pele in the box. Carlos Alberto tries to hold him. Pele with the shot. Near post finish.
How did he find that goal? Somehow Pele maintained hold of the ball. And, I mean, Pele is not really known for his great physicality, even though it's not too bad. But still, he maintained control. And he somehow got the shot in and scored. Incredible. 4-0 to Santa Lucia.
What a cheeky finish from the Brazilian icon.
And Laufu now. What can Laufu do?
And now Laufu is spamming offside trap. Oh no, that's Santa Lucia. And once again, the defense all caught up. I mean, the defense was on the halfway line. There was no actual center backs there. The center backs were resting in the half pitch circle there.
I'm actually curious to see the final stats of this game in terms of possession, shots, and shots on target, because it doesn't seem that the ball has crossed the halfway line towards Birkirkara's goal, towards Santa Lucia's goal, more than 5 in-game minutes?
And here it is, Laufu in the enemy half of the pitch. But just like that, he loses possession. Laufu is really lost for options here, as Chris is exerting massive pressure, as we have said. And those offside traps are really key for his defense here.
And we've seen it before, where Santa Lucia, once they score, they keep on scoring. We've seen incredible scorelines from Chris. A 6-0, 5-0. Even last week it was 5-0 against Starshin Rainbows. So expect to see more goals. And we might actually see a 5th goal here. Whoa, Alisson! Great save there from Birkirkara's side. But still, you see, Chris keeps on mounting the pressure. He wants to score as many goals as possible.
Ball now with Delic. Shall we see a goal from the Dutch defender? Would be the first one. Ball back to Cruyff. Cruyff with the shot just wide of the post from Santa Lucia. But still, he's 4-0 up and he's still chasing more goals.
Yeah, I mean, he knows that. Look at that. 7 shots on target against nothing. 0 from Birkirkara FC. What a big change of pace we're seeing from the first match to the second. And I do feel that late goal actually... Oh, wait, as I say that, almost a 5th goal from Santa Lucia. It's still not over yet. The header!
Oh my God, the headed goal for Santa Lucia. We don't really see those around here. And 5-0 for Santa Lucia. What a scoreline.
Incredible. And wow, he still kept possession of the ball, and the header of R9 to actually find the 5th goal for Santa Lucia FC. Yeah, as I was saying, I believe that final late goal did impact Laufu very, very hard and negatively, from getting a point against the top favorite of the league and tournament to losing the 3 points. And now here, of course, is just giving away the whole game to Chris.
Yeah, now Laufu's main task is to make that clock tick as fast as possible. He's retaining position. He's not even interested in attacking. Typical online behavior, shall we say. Going for a couple passes in the defense.
Yeah, he doesn't want see a 6-0, right? Or a 7-0. It would be a first even for this league if it was a 7-0. I do believe we saw a 6-0 from Santa Lucia itself. So it is Chris Meister once again on the winning side. But yeah, he just wants to score goals.
He's here for entertainment, so I think we should let him score then. But good defense from Birkirkara, though very unfortunate. And Conte, the first time we've seen N'Golo Kante score in this E-Premier League.
And no matter what Birkirkara was doing, still Santa Lucia found the goal there. It's 6-0. What a scoreline. I don't believe we ever saw it on stream, such a scoreline. But wow, I mean, Santa Lucia, Chris Meister just came into the second match with a huge bang. 6-0 against Birkirkara FC.
And just like that, the match finishes to end Laufu's agony. 6-0. Total score of 7-0 here for Chris. I mean, what an impressive showing for the Santa Lucia man.
Yeah, clean sheets all round for Chris Meister's side to also prove that not